Good morning. I'm so excited you're here today. We are going to make the best ever bread. If you have a bread machine by any chance and are scared to use it, maybe you don't want to go pull it out. Listen, girls, you can do this. So this is a bread machine I've had forever. I looked for it on sale this morning. It's way up in price, but I did find a deal on one bread machine. If you need a bread machine, you don't necessarily need a bread machine. If you're going to let it sit and never ever use it, it probably wouldn't be worth it. But if you have one, let me know as you're hopping on. By any chance, do you have a bread machine? Have you ever tried making homemade bread? I'm gonna give you simple, basic, like this is how you do it, easiest tips ever. First, this is what your bread thingy will look like when you get it. This is for non-technical people. For those of you who are super smart, don't watch this video because you're gonna be like sad that this is how clueless I was. So you have a dough hook. It looks like this. This is what's gonna turn the bread inside your machine. I am making this because my daughter is coming home and we're doing the Whole Foods recipes, and so I was like, oh, I can make her some homemade bread too. Once you put it in the machine, this is pretty typical of most machines. Beth has a bread machine. Good morning, Beth. Hey, Angie, so glad to see you. Hey, Shun, you'll hit that share this button. We will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay, so when you get your bread machine in here, let me show you how it works. There is a little handle in it, and you kind of have to wiggle it around. And if you're an engineer like my husband, this is probably really easy for you. But if you're like me, you're gonna be like, I have that thing, but I don't know how to do it. Like I said, I'm the worst. So I just have to play with it a bit. And then eventually I get it to lock into place. Like right now it's not locking. The trick is getting it to lock. And there it goes magically. Oh, did you see that? I just got it in. And you'll feel it when it goes in, when it locks, okay? So that's how you do it. Then to make the recipe, I'm using the Laurie's Homemade Bread from the Sides Menus box. We've actually got a blog post on it. So search Passionate Penny Pincher Homemade Bread and you'll find this recipe. You need a cup of warm water. This is so simple, you guys. It can't get any easier than this. A tablespoon of milk. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Y'all, I have this. Y'all, does anybody have one of these guys? I think this is one of the greatest things ever. I have to be able to see which side is my tablespoons because you can really easily add liquid to anything. So 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of honey. I am out of honey, so I am just substituting with maple syrup. Y'all, do you think the maple syrup will work in the place of the maple honey? I feel like it will, is my hope. Then we're gonna add in a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna just kind of guess. We will add in 3 cups of all-purpose, let's do that first. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I forgot to pull out my measuring cup. I mean, it's this simple, you guys. Let me see your comments. I'm gonna move this so I can see you guys as we're chatting, as I measure out my measuring stuff. I like to let you guys see inside things, but I know sometimes I like to see your comments too. Hey, Carrie, do you make it? Okay. Beth, you want one? Good morning, Chris. I'm so glad to see you this morning. Hey, Roxanne. Y'all tell me where you're from. Tell me what you are making for dinner tonight. Is anybody joining us for the Whole Foods Challenge? Y'all, the Whole Foods stuff has been, I better measure that off. I'm going to end up with a mess. Hang on, y'all. The Whole Foods box has been so good, like so yummy. This is your go-to recipe. It works. I know, Dorothy, I have made this recipe for probably 20 years and you just can't mess it up. So you're adding in 3 cups of flour. This is the biggest. I just got new measures from my sweet friend Stacy. Stacy, if you're watching, I'm loving the measures. I'm about to show you. She got me some new measuring spoons for Christmas. My team is so fun. They give me the best. They're the best gift givers. They see what I need, and she must have known I needed some new measuring things. So anyways, these are really nice measuring, but let me show you the next thing she got me that is really cool. Spokane, Washington is, Carrie in Spokane, Washington, you guys, she is having baked spaghetti while camping. How cold is it in Spokane, Washington today? Like, I can't even imagine. We do have gluten-free menu plans, Amy. We do have gluten-free menu plans. They're PDF files. So yeah, you should check them out. Good morning in Texarkana. So glad to see you, Anita. Okay, so I got my bread in. While we chit-chatted, let me show you this really fun little thing that Stacy got me. Look at this. It is a 2 tablespoon measure. So you know how normally you only have a 1 tablespoon measure? She gave me a 2 tablespoon measure, which is like the best thing of all time. It's one less measuring thing. So anyways, I was super excited about that. She knows I'm a girl who loves some efficiency. Last thing you're gonna add in is some active dry yeast. So we're gonna do that. And that's it, you guys. We just made our bread machine. So we'll put the lid on. I'm gonna set mine. Here's what I normally do. There's lots of options over here. But and this is gonna be backwards for y'all. I set mine to dough, this number 8. And that way it makes the dough, but it doesn't like, I bake the bread in the oven because I like that a little bit better. Would y'all like to hang out with me while I go ahead and make the, might prep my salad too? Y'all let me know. Does anyone want to hang out while we do that? You have your bread before and it is so good. It is so good. It is the best bread ever. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this over here. Y'all let me know if you want to hang out while we make our next thing, which is some salad to make. I have been loving these recipes, y'all. They've been so, so good. Hey, Rita in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm so glad you're here. Do y'all have a few more minutes to see what we're making for dinner tonight? So here's the deal. My girl is coming home from college. She hasn't been home since, oh gosh, she hasn't been home since Christmas. And so she is the worst about eating really well at college. So I am trying to like be a good mama and make her some good food. So we are making the grilled chicken and corn salad for dinner, but it's better, it tastes better to have a salad for dinner. Y'all let me know. Hearts, if you agree with me. Does it taste better to have a salad for dinner if you have a happy, hearty bread? Is that a yes or no? And what would you make for dinner if your child was coming home from college tonight for the first time since Christmas? What would you make for dessert? I have a few ideas. Let me know what y'all would do. Y'all agree. It definitely does. If your bread machine has a yeast dispenser, should you use that? I don't use a yeast dispenser. I just pop it all in. It's super easy. That box is from the sides dish if you need that one. Okay, so the grilled chicken and corn salad is what we're going to make. First, we're going to whisk together the dressing mix really fast. So for the dressing, you need 1/3 cup of olive oil. And y'all know I hate dirtying an extra dish, so I'm using what I just used up for my, for the warm water in the bread. Then we need 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. My friend Laura made this recipe last week and she was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. We need some Dijon mustard. Make sure to shake your Dijon up first before you do this. Don't forget, guys, hit that share this button. We will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card. We're gonna make a little bit of Dijon mustard in there. Then we need some honey. Again, I'm substituting with maple syrup. Probably not the best substitution, but it's all I got. Then we're gonna do 2 cloves of garlic, which I forgot to pull up from my pantry this morning. Hang on, here we go. And y'all, I should be using fresh stuff, but I'm lazy, so I'm using my squeezy garlic. And then a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And this is the dressing. Oh my gosh, I love the smell of garlic. I wish I could invite y'all over for smell-o-vision right now. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So good. I need to add a little bit of salt in too. I'm gonna whisk this up, and that's the dressing that we're gonna make. So that's our homemade dressing. So when you make the Whole Foods recipes, they are all non-processed ingredients, super fresh, super good for you. You're gonna absolutely love these. That's the dressing right there. Now let's do the salad. Let me show you what goes in the salad. You're gonna need some corn. So we're gonna actually grill these on the grill. It's a little cold outside. I asked my husband this morning if he could grill. In your hometown this morning, could you grill or not? I've also got some red onion already chopped up. Y'all look at these bowls I just got. Let me tell y'all about these bowls. So we do a lot of food prep at the Passionate Penny Pincher house to do videos. And I was trying to think of an easy way. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that. And that way I can just lift off the lid and I don't have to like dirty an extra dish and it looks pretty in the dish. Do y'all think those are amazing? I think they're amazing. I'm super excited. Y'all don't even know how excited I am about those. We need some fresh avocados. We need a whole bunch of romaine. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice up my romaine right now. Do y'all like those things? There is something about making a fresh salad that just, I don't know, you guys. Y'all love making a homemade salad, or does it feel like to you just like a waste of food? And how much will your family handle eating salad for dinner? Like, do y'all how much pushback do you get from your bunch? As long as I have a solid bread, some type of starch, and maybe some kind of dessert, my family is usually pretty okay with salad because we do try to eat a lot of greens, and it's an easy way to get a whole bunch of greens in there. I'm just gonna do that for now because I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. Look at that, y'all. Okay, so we have our salad, our corn. Next, we are gonna chop up our fresh cilantro. And I will say the trick to eating whole foods well is definitely like getting the cilantro. So normally it's so easy to just not buy stuff, you know, process stuff throughout the store. This way you're just buying all the good stuff, and I'm gonna pop it into my little container, y'all. I was thinking this morning, I didn't know what I could do really well today, and I was like, you know what, you can do this well. And so this is my mission for the day, is to do this well and show y'all how to do this. So now I just prepped all of my dinner because I'll be super honest with y'all. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. Watch. I'm gonna have all my dinner prepped so I can just pull this out, have the homemade bread. We're gonna grill that chicken. So the chicken will be grilled with the corn on the grill with just some olive oil. I'm really excited about these containers. I'll get a picture of them and we'll probably show them to you. Let me know, do y'all like this idea? So literally, let me show you my prepped dinner. Actually, y'all, I'm gonna go all in because my morning self is way better. So this is my tip for you. How many of you guys have a better morning self than afternoon self? Anybody else? By evening time, I usually finish up work. It's been late. Lately, I've been working probably too late, and I haven't been setting everything out. So I'm literally gonna set out our dishes right now for when my girl gets home. So I've got no excuses. I'm gonna set out this is my morning self being awesome today. My nighttime self is not so awesome. I'm gonna set out my forks. We only need 4. I'm excited. Do y'all get excited when your kids come home too because you have an extra person to feed? Especially for my 16-year-old. I love that. And y'all, I'm a dork. My mom did not cook much, but she did like a pretty place setting. So whenever we did cook, we always set our foods out fancy and we sat at the real table. Do y'all sit at the real table still? And do you use paper plates or do you use real plates? I'm gonna set it out like we're for sure for good. For sure for good. I'm gonna go ahead and I've got my little containers. I'll probably put these in the fridge, but I want y'all to get to see what they're gonna look like once it gets all done. Let me move this over here. Good morning. Becky's a morning person too. Pam, good morning in Montana. So glad to see you this morning. I'm so glad y'all are here. I've got my avocados, y'all. I love anything that has fresh avocado. Right now, I'm in an avocado season, so I'm gonna have those over here. Then we've got our corn ready to grill. And then obviously I'll put my chicken. I'm gonna cover this up. In fact, I'll do that real quickly. So I have my dinner kind of prepped for the day. Kind of just prepping everything so that tonight when I'm grouchy and my mood is family, can we just go to Chick-fil-A? Because I did all this work in the morning, I'm gonna feel like I've gifted myself. Y'all, gift yourself this morning. Gift yourself with a plan tonight for dinner so that you don't end up spending way too much money eating out. Just doing this will help so much. Lindsay says she eats as a family, table and regular plates. You grew up eating in the living room versus the table. I think for those of us who grew up not eating at the table, there is something sweet about that time to just sit at the table. It's just special. It's a precious time. Anyways, so that's it. So I've set out most of dinner. I'll do a few other little things really fast. 24-year-old is coming home so this weekend. So glad. Pam, thank you for saying our supper is easy. You guys, I encourage you today, take 10 minutes this morning. 10 minutes. Plan out your meal for the day. If you want to set a pretty table, you can do that. I'm going to go pull out my cloth napkins. We'll set a table. We usually sit a lot of times here in this house. We have a really big bar. And so a lot of times we do sit at the bar and not at the kitchen table. We always try to sit down and have a meal. So I encourage y'all, do the same. If you are struggling with menu planning, you know that I would say, yesterday we were in a team meeting. Our team is better at menu planning, I would say, than anybody on the whole internet, which is saying a lot because I'm not usually super cocky, but we're pretty good at it. So if you need help with menu planning, let us help. Make your bread today. You don't have to buy any menu plans. You can totally not buy one. But if you are struggling with it, make a plan, make some homemade bread if you can. Yes, the bread will help. The bread will help to have it that. Oh, and if you need an easy option for bread, you guys, I've got you. Hang on. If you are I almost made this morning. 2 options for easy bread options. If you're I don't have time for homemade bread today, these Rhodes Dough, this is not sponsored, this is just truth. These dinner rolls, now I'm wondering if I should have done the dinner rolls. They are from Jesus. Put these suckers, okay, let me just tell you, this is a bonus. This is a bonus because you stayed with me this long this morning. You're gonna be thankful. If there's a mom, somebody who's a mom with more than 2 kids at home, only because I have extra mercy on you, not because I love you extra. If you're a mom right now watching with more than 2 kids at home, I want you to say hello to me. because I'm going to tell you something that you need to know. The moms, the people like me who are on the other end of things where your kids are getting older, you may not know this because it's going to make us all gain 78 pounds. But for those of you guys who have little ones at home, I'm looking to watch. I'm going to watch for a comment, and when I see you, I'm going to say good morning to you. Okay, one mom. You just have to have more than 2 kids at under 15 at home. 2 kids at home. You 3, Ashley. Okay, y'all, write her name down. Ashley. Hang on. Brimcombe. Ashley Brimcombe. I'm writing your name down. She's only winning because I have this secret I have to tell Ashley right now. Ashley, you're going to be so glad you watched this. We're going to send you a $25 Amazon gift card because I have to tell you a secret. Okay, these dinner rolls, what you're going to do, you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy them. Sorry, I just got really excited when I thought of this, and I was like, man, I want to tell, there's so many mornings I wake up and I'm like, I have to tell them all the things, and then I forget to tell you all the things. So I'm going to just take my time today and tell you all the things. So take these out. I'm just going to, well, I can. Okay, you gotta let them thaw a little bit. These are kind of, let me show you what they look like. You're going to put them in a pie pan, okay? So put them in a pie plate in a round, okay? Put those in a pie plate. You can put them in anything. Ashley, if you can't keep watching, you may not be able to, but if you can. So put them like this. You're gonna let them puff up all day. We're gonna have extra bread tonight because I'm totally doing this. Let them puff up all day. At the end of the day, after they've puffed, they're gonna puff real tall. They'll thaw and then they'll poof up. So when they're real good and poofy at the end of the day, what you wanna do is you want to take a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of probably some garlic salt, and then you're gonna spread that over top, a little bit of Parmesan. And I mean, it's like, you know what? Because I just need to show this to you. Do you ever have a day where you just wanna show people stuff and it's like nobody will listen to you and you've learned all this stuff all your whole life because you're seasoned. You're seasoned, ladies. You're gonna do this. You're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna do all the olive oil we've got, okay? That works. Like, this is so not picky. You're gonna do a bunch of Parmesan. So let's grab some. If you've got fresh Parmesan, it's best. I don't think I have any fresh Parmesan. Hang on, y'all. I promise this is worth watching. I promise. Don't give up on me if you're still here. If you're still watching, I'm about to have some people. We've got some people working on our house. So if you hear some noises, they're coming in soon. That's why I've been in a hurry this week. A little bit of Parmesan like this. I don't know. Not much. That's fine. You're good. Whatever you do is great. I mean, this is like you can't mess this recipe up. Then you're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning will work. A little Italian seasoning, and then a little bit of garlic salt. You do want some garlic salt in this one. So at the end of the day, once those things have puffed up, ooh, that was a lot of Italian seasoning. Once those guys have totally puffed up completely, you're gonna spread this over before you bake. You can even add a little bit of, you can do some butter. You can do some, it's so not picky. Start with, let me give you measurements. Here's the measurements, ladies. Do a 1/4 cup of olive oil, tablespoon of Italian seasoning, or rosemary, either one probably would work. Do a teaspoon, okay. 1/4 cup of olive oil, teaspoon of rosemary or Italian seasoning, depending on which flavor you want. Make sure you do some Parmesan, because that's what's gonna give it the extra yumminess. And then a little bit of garlic salt is really good too. You can't mess this up. Spread that over those rolls. Bake it for about, 20 minutes till they're puffed and ready. Like, you're gonna thank me, I promise. That was a lot. Y'all probably did not wanna know all that. They are so good. I'm gonna literally put mine, you gotta oil your pan first. But I'm gonna put these in here. And now my family's gonna have nothing but bread to eat all weekend, and I don't think anyone's gonna be complaining. We're gonna have oodles of bread because I just had to show you that. I've been wanting to show you all this recipe. We don't have it written down. I don't know. I think during COVID, I made this recipe up, and we call them COVID rolls. It's probably why we all felt like we had COVID rolls. Anybody else? The road dough is like, I use it for cinnamon bread rolls. I use it for everything. These are kind of stuffed together, so I gotta get them. Will you put the recipe of the rolls on the page? I need to do it. I'm gonna try to say it one more time and be consistent. It's so forgiving. Like, first just get the rolls doughs and get them to poof, but they have to not look like this. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hang on. They're not coming. There we go, we got 2. Okay. The only thing is you gotta let them thaw before you do this, just a little bit. They're not gonna thaw. Just set them in here. There we go. Let them thaw out a tiny bit. Again, let them poof up throughout the end of the day. 1/4 cup of olive oil. I know I'm gonna have such serious comments about this. I just can't even wait. 1/4 cup of olive oil, teaspoon of rosemary or Italian seasoning. I would not do both. I either like a rosemary flavor or an Italian seasoning flavor. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Let's say, gosh, I need a recipe, don't I? Let's say 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. What else? A little bit of garlic salt, just a sprinkle. And then you just spread it over before you bake them. And when they bake up, they're like the happiest roll ever. Anyways, y'all have an amazing day. Make some yummy dinner. I'm gonna sit here and bite my rolls. I'm so glad I made your day, Karen. I really want to get the rest of these done, but there's 3 more. I'm going to get my hair done today, and now I'm gonna have a messy body. Anyways, y'all have an amazing day. Make some dinner for tonight. Y'all, if I can do this, you can do this. Have a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.